Hi, thanks for tuning in. This is Elvire. I appreciate you coming in and looking at or listening to my video. Today I want to read you a story. I came across this story yesterday and it really touched me. It's an inspirational short story from a Chinese background, from a Chinese nature. So I will read part of it and I will talk part of it. And it's called The Emperor's Seed. Once upon a time, there was an emperor in the Far East who was growing old and he wanted to step down and wanted to choose his successor. Now, he didn't want to do his family or his advisors around him. He came up with a different idea. He called in a lot of young people, most of the young people from his kingdom, and he had them all gathered together and he said, "It is time for me to step down and one of you will be my successor." And so they were all sort of shaken. And he said, I have decided to choose one from you based on what I'm going to give you. And the kids were very surprised. And they said, "I'm going to give each one of you a seed. And I want you to grow this seed and come back to me in 12 months' time and show me what you have grown from this seed. And then I will choose the next emperor." So they all got their seed, and there was also one little boy called Ling, or one young boy called Ling. They all took their seeds home. They all planted their seeds. Ling, of course, told his mother also about the seed. And they planted it, and they started to nurture it. And since there were more kids from his village, he saw that with the other kids, their seed was coming up, and his pot wasn't showing anything. So he looked at it and was kind of sad. And the kids in school were sort of ridiculing him, like, look at my seed's beautiful and Ling has nothing, Ling has nothing. So he thought he had killed his seed. He was really upset about it. And so when the time grew near, when the 12 months were almost over, and they knew they had to go back to the emperor, and most of them were very proud of the beautiful plants that they had grown, he said to his mother, "I'm not going. I have nothing to show for it. Look at all the other kids. They have these beautiful plants, and some have flowers, and some are, becoming fruit trees." He says, "I have nothing. I have nothing." And his mother said, "Yes, you have to, my son. You have to go because you gave your word that you would be back." So all the kids grabbed their pots, traveled back to the emperor, and they were all there in front of the emperor. And the emperor walked around and looked at all the beautiful flowers and commented on all the beautiful flowers that were growing. And Ling was kept to himself in the back and even put his pot behind him. But as the emperor walked around, he noticed Ling. And he also noticed that he had a pot with nothing in it. And Ling thought, "Oh boy, the king knows I'm a failure. He's probably going to kill me for what I've done." So the emperor asked Ling to come up front and said, "What's your name?" And he said, "Well, my name is Ling." And all the kids were laughing and making fun, and the emperor silenced them all. And he looked at Ling, the emperor, and he said, "1 year ago, I gave everyone here a seed. I told you to take the seed, water it, plant it, nurture it, and bring it back to me today. I gave all of you boiled seeds, which I know will never grow. All of you, except for you, Ling, all of you have brought me trees, plants, flowers. When you found that the seed would not grow, you substituted another seed for it." And then he announced to the crowd, "Behold your new emperor. His name is Ling. Ling was the only one who had the courage and the honesty to bring me the pot with the seed in it. Therefore, he is the one who will be your new emperor. If you plant honesty, you will reap trust. If you plant goodness, you will reap friends. If you plant humility, you will reap greatness. If you plant perseverance, you will reap victory. If you plant consideration, you will reap harmony. If you plant hard work, you will reap success. If you plant forgiveness, you will reap reconciliation. If you plant openness, you will reap intimacy. If you plant patience, you will reap improvements. And if you plant faith, you will reap miracles. I really hope you like this story. Share it with everybody. Give me feedback. I would so much appreciate that. It's a story that touched my heart deeply. I hope it touched yours as well. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day.